Ranking the best corners in Madden 25. And boys, we're back here with another tier list update. Today we're going to be taking a look at the cornerback position. Before we get into today's video, I do want to talk about our sponsor real quick, MMOEXP.com. If you guys want an alternative to buying packs, consider buying coins at MMOEXP and make sure to use code DILL at checkout for 5% off your order. Now, before we do go ahead and get into the new cards today, I want to take a look at the old tier list where quite a bit has actually changed for me, because now we're in a spot where with all these Super Bowl cards, a lot of the playoff cards, discounts everywhere. So we're just gonna drop almost everyone down a singular tier. And now we got to talk about some things, because I think Carlton Davis, Marlon Humphrey, Charles Woodson no longer in the S tier, and I think these guys as well right here no longer in the S tier too. And I think on top of that, we're gonna drop some people down an additional tier. And yeah, this is what it's gonna look like for me before we get into the new cards. I kept Nate Wiggins, Julius Peppers, and Ted right here, people that don't get discount abilities in this B tier just because they're so great from a core rating standpoint. Chris Harris, Tyke Smith, and Rasul Douglas with their discounts, I think they're on this B tier level yet again. And yeah, just like the zero chill cards like Randy Moss and some of these other guys, just no discount abilities, I think really hurts them at this point. Now, the first cards we got today are all Tai Laws. One of the more interesting ones is this green version right here that they're pretty much all going to be the same stats, like 97 speed, 95 excel. Their difference is like their X factors and abilities, and this card gets an unstoppable X factor of avalanche for 0, reinforcement for 2, one step ahead for 0, in the zone for 1, avalanche for 0. Super interesting. This is one that I can definitely see you run in. Reinforcement as well as basically every single knockout without reaction time. I think this is a great card in the game, and I don't even hate to take, if you want to say this card right here is in the S tier, I'm walking with you. With the avalanche, I am 1,000,000% walking with you, because I believe it's not going to shut off either. Now, I may be wrong on that, but based on like the Marcus Allen that I've used, the green version shouldn't shut off. I think I'm going to place this card in the A tier, and again, that's really to do with that avalanche value for me. I can definitely see him in the S tier. Don't hate that at all. After that, we get the blue Tai Law right here, and again, same exact stats, but what changes this time is of course abilities, and this card does get the pick artist for 0 potentially, can get the mid zone knockout for 1. You can even run a flat zone if you did want it for 2 AP total, if you did want that, but mid zone pick artist for 1 AP. I think this is one of the best slot DBs in the game. I think Tai Law is an easy addition to this S tier. Then we get the pink version right here, again same exact stats once again, but this time for his abilities it is a lot. So you get flat zone for 0, deep out for 0, deep route for 0, pick artist for 0, secure tackler, one step ahead for 5. So you guys spend 5 AP on him. I don't think he's good. I don't think he's runnable with this. So for me, this Tai Law is going to be someone that is in the F tier. Just hate his ability stack. We get the orange version right here, getting same stats. The main reason you would run this card is ×3 every single team chem. So yeah, that's really why you would run him, right? Besides that, for this card, he does get a mid zone for 1, a pick artist for 0. I think just the base card, like how he will play, mid zone for 1 or pick artist for 0, I think that's good enough for the A tier yet again. But I think his main value again is just for theme teams. And right after that, we get Black History Month Champ Bailey, and this card can be upgraded to the 94, 6 foot, 95 speed, 94 acceleration with 95 man, 85 zone, 94 press. This card also, of course, right here does have the play ball and air aggressive, and this time pick artist for 1, medium route KO for 2. Think he's just a pretty mid card if you do ask me. For me, I don't think he's good enough to make the B tier. I can lob him into the C tier though. And right after that, we get Darrelle Revis, and Darrelle Revis is 5'11", 95 speed, 93 acceleration, good man, good zone, hits the thresholds there, does have the play ball and air aggressive. And Darrelle Revis this time from an ability standpoint, flat zone knockout for 1, pick artist for 1. For me, he's going to be by these other players in the B tier. I don't love his discounts. I'm pretty similar thoughts like him and Rasul Douglas. Deep out zone knockout, I don't think is an S tier ability. I also don't think flat zone is great on the slot corner. I would rather have mid zone over that 1,000,000%. After that, we do get Stephon Gilmore right here, who is 6 foot, 190, 94 speed, 94 acceleration, 90 man, 90 zone, 90 press. Not the fastest in the world, but this card does have play ball and air aggressive, and also he does get the 1 AP mid zone knockout. I think Stephon Gilmore is a pretty easy addition to this A tier for me by Woodson and also Tai Law. And right after that, we get Darius Slay, and Darius Slay is 95 speed, 95 acceleration with 95 man, 95 zone. This card does have the play ball and air aggressive, and for Darius Slay's discount abilities, pick artist for 1, mid zone knockout for 2. And for me, Darius Slay, I think he is someone that is in this B tier, kind of by Tyke Smith right here, this upgradable card. And also because of that, I'm also going to drop down Marlon Humphrey into this B tier as well. And I think Tyke Smith, Marlon Humphrey, Darius Slay all in this B tier. I think that makes sense. And right after that, we get Marshawn Lattimore, who's 6 foot, 94 speed, 95 acceleration, 95 man, 93 zone, 95 press. Also does have the play ball and air aggressive. And Marshawn Lattimore for his abilities, bench press for 1, flat zone for 1, medium route knockout for 2. I think he's pretty similar to Darrelle Revis with that. So for me, I'm going to place him literally right by Darrelle Revis in this B tier. Then we get 95 overall Cam Taylor-Britt, who's 95 speed, 95 acceleration. He is 5'11", 92 man, 94 zone, does have the play ball and air balance this time. And for Cam Taylor-Britt's discount abilities, flat zone knockout for 0 is really, really nice. Pick R's for 1, short route knockout for 1, unfakeable for 1. So you could go like flat zone, pick R's for 1, and I actually do like that quite a bit. I think Cam Taylor-Britt with that is like a step above like Darrelle Revis in them. So for me, he can slightly make the A tier. I would say he's more bottom end though. And then we get Deion Sanders, and Deion Sanders is 6 foot 185, and with his upgrade could be 97 speed any single team, 96 acceleration, 95 agility, 97 change of direction. Great man, great zone, low press of course. Would not recommend pressing this card. Also does have the play ball and air aggressive, but the biggest thing, I think the thing that's actually kind of crazy, of course does get the pick artist for 0 just base, but also on top of that you can run universal coverage for 3. I think that is absolutely crazy, and I think you got to fit that in somewhere. Universal coverage. I don't know when Deion will leave S tier. With the universal pick artist combo for 3 AP, I don't know when he'll leave it. I feel like that is just an insane stack, and maybe with the next update we'll get even crazier corners, but Deion, top end of S tier corner. After Deion we get Herb Adderley, and Herb Adderley is 6 foot 1, 205, 96 speed, and again could be 97 with the upgrades, and I would recommend upgrading this card. 94 acceleration, 93 agility, 97 change direction with great man, great zone, great press. Also does have the big hitter trait on yes, and play ball and air aggressive. And Herb Adderley this time from an ability standpoint, he can run the mid zone knockout and pick artist combo for 1 AP, but he also can get the bottleneck for 2 AP, which is really, really nice. One of the best press man abilities. If you want to run press man, you want to run Herb Adderley with this, and I think Herb Adderley in press man or also in zone, another S tier corner. And I really just want to echo the same thing about Jalen Watson. Again, for me, it's the same exact thing. He's 6 foot 2, could be 97 speed in a team with the strategy item, 91 acceleration, 91 agility, 94 change of direction, and also 95 man, 96 zone, 97 press. No big hitter, play ball and air balance, but again, like Herb Adderley, this card can run the mid zone pick artist combo for 1, but also again he gets the bottleneck for 2 AP. So if you want to run press man, Jalen Watson is your guy. So for that reason, Jalen Watson gonna be right by Herb Adderley in this S tier for me. Then we also get Aqib Talib right here, who is 6 foot 1, 205, 95 speed, 96 acceleration, 96 man, 91 zone, 94 press, and this time play ball and air aggressive. Now Talib's abilities right here, shutdown for 4, I don't think is crazy. Medium route knockout for 0, pick artist for 1. I don't really like these abilities. Like, I don't think medium route knockout's great. I think you want the one step head, you want the universal, you want the bottleneck for him to be really, really good. For me, Talib, I don't really like this card. I'd probably place him on like the B tier level. Like I would much rather run the A tier guys over him given his discounts. And after that, we get the rank reward right here, Julius Brents. Rank season does end March 1st, and this card is 6 foot 3, 96 speed, 97 acceleration, 96 agility, 97 change of direction, 90 man, 96 zone, does get all 32 team chems, so could be a 98 speed corner, of course, and also no big hitter, play ball and air balance. But for his abilities this time, he gets mid zone for 1, flat zone for 0. I think he's a really good slot corner with that. And I would probably say at this point, is that S tier? 6 foot 3 as well, having the height. Yeah, I'd say so. As a slot DB, I put him in the S tier. And I think by the time we're able to get this card, given like the Deion Sanders stack and the stacks we're getting with corners, I don't know if he will stay S tier, but yeah, right now he can slightly make S. After that, we get Cooper DeJean, and this card is 6 foot 1, 207, 96 speed, 95 acceleration with 96 man, 96 zone, 98 press. No big hitter, play ball and air aggressive, and Cooper DeJean this time is actually really, really interesting. So he can get the avalanche for 3 AP, which is interesting if you want to run an all avalanche defense. Can also get deep zone knockout for 1, pick artist for 0, and also mid zone knockout for 1. I think if you want to run the all-out zone knockouts, I would play him as a top safety, deep zone, pick artist, mid zone for 2 AP, or also you could run avalanche for 3 AP on him, and like mid zone and pick artist for in total for 4. I think it'd be a really good outside corner with that. For me, Cooper DeJean, this is another easy addition to the S tier, and I'd place him like right below Deion Sanders with the universal. Right after that, we get Adoree Jackson right here, and Adoree Jackson is 5'11", 185, 96 speed, 97 acceleration with 96 man, 93 zone, 92 press. This time, no big hitter, play ball and air balance, and for his abilities this time, he can go ahead and get bench press for 1, pick arts for 1, and fakeable. He can get stonewall for 0. I think this card is just pretty mid. Like, I don't even think he's that great. I don't even really want to put him on the B tier level. I think he's like a C tier level corner. And now we're going to cover back-to-back Pat Surtains, where I feel like they are pretty much the same card. And it's going to be the 96 honor and the 97. The 96 is 96 speed, 94 acceleration, 95 agility, 97 change direction, 96 man, 95 zone, 91 press. He's 6'2". That's not going to change. Does have play ball and air aggressive. That also will not change. But the 96 right here, I mean, you can run the mid zone knockout and the pick artist for 0 or mid zone flat zone for 1. And at the same time with the 97, what really changes? So the 97, he can go ahead and get again mid zone, flat zone for 0. And again, the 97 is like flat zone, mid zone for 1. And I believe he gets another, like, he gets like a discounted ability bucket right here. That's kind of like a fake discounted bucket. So to me, they're basically the same card. Yeah, they're both going to be S tier for sure, and I think you can debate placement where you want them, but I think they're S tier corners. Now, we do have one final corner to rank right here, and we kind of have to talk about Devontae Adams too, but we get CB Tariq Woolen, who is 6'4", 96 speed, 96 acceleration, 96 zone coverage as well. And this is going to be a card that when you upgrade him with those elevation tokens, going to get mid zone for 0, pick artist for 1. And him being 6'4", getting that ability combo, I think this is an S tier player, but at the same time as well, why do we need to talk about this Devontae Adams right here? Well, with Genki Force, right, you can actually use Devontae Adams wide receiver as a corner, and he's 6'1", so like you can use basically both these cards, and they'd rank them in the same spot. I would say Tariq Woolen is better, but I think Tariq Woolen is another addition in this S tier, and you can debate placement, but I think he is a top end of this S tier option. And yeah, boys, this has been my updated thoughts on the cornerback position in Madden 25 Ultimate Team. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with, who do you think should go up, who do you think should come down. Now, if you guys did enjoy this video though, you enjoy content like this, want to stay up to date with everything that's the best here at Madden 25, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now, if you guys do want to go ahead and see me use these cards live on stream, have been streaming on both YouTube and Twitch to watch on YouTube. Make sure to hit that noti bell as well. You'll be notified every time I upload or go live here. Or if you guys want to watch on Twitch, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here.